USGP. I am very excited for this one. I think the key to this race is whether or not Lando gets ahead of Charles at the start. Because if he does, I'm not sure, unless there's a safety car, if Max will be able to take up the time, depending on how long it takes him to get through those 5 cars. I feel like that's the only scenario that might allow someone other than Max to win. If Ferrari stays ahead, they'll have enough tire life to keep Lando behind, and then Max will be able to catch up and pass all of them. Because Lando is going to be able to keep his tires a bit longer than the Ferraris. We saw that yesterday in the sprint. I think if that happens, it'll be interesting. Predictions for this: coming into the weekend, I had Max, Lando, and then I think Oscar was my top 3. I'm feeling decent about the top 2 still, but I feel like it'll probably be Lewis and P3. But we'll see if Lando can stay ahead. That'll be the interesting thing. Yeah, I'm hoping that this is a good one. Yesterday's sprint was awful. In case you missed it, I posted a YouTube short for it because it was literally the first corner and then there was like nothing else that happened. Sprints need a shakeup. It's just a spoiler for the race. And so it's like, yeah, we know what's going to happen now. We know that the Mercs and the McLarens are going to be better than the Ferraris. And so even though Charles on pole, he's going to, once again, not win from pole unless something crazy happens behind him. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Oh man, I'm like so nervous for turn 1. Oh yeah, we got 4 drivers starting from the pit lane. I forgot to mention that. Both Haas's and both Aston Martins, because they needed to change their cars because they didn't like their setups. All right, here we go. Ah, it's lights out and away we go. Oh, Lando got a much better start there. Lando's gonna take the lead. Oh my god, Max is getting pushed off. Oh, okay, Lando's got ahead in the lead, which is what I said he needed to do. So now can he get some distance? Max is up to 5th. We got past Piastri. Danny Rick got a spot. Oh, the Ferraris are battling. Sargent's dropped past behind Magnussen already. Yikes. Joe's up to 11th. Good job. He's picking up a good slipstream, Russell, and he's now going to have to go around the outside if he's going to get this overtake done. On the inside, Ocon. Oh, but he might do a switchback. Oh, nope. Ocon's got him. Ooh, Albon's having a bit of a rough start. Oh no, he got Bottas back. Uh-oh, Ocon has side pod damage. Oh no. George Russell's been noted for leaving the track and gaining an advantage. Classic Russell.
Look at the speed of Norris, 7/10 up on Leclerc. Lando's got to make sure he's not taking too much out.
Yeah, don't do what Piastri did yesterday in the sprint. They've got out of the DRS range. Max is in a bit of a DRS train though. Oh, that's Checo. Okay. Lord George got Ocon now though. Oh my god, they're going 3 wide. I feel like they should swap because if Ocon has damage, he's going to be slower. Oh, so they did swap now, but Tsunoda got Ocon too then. That's too bad. Yuki's in the points though. Let's go, Ukes. Daniel's behind Joe right now, but Joe... Oh no, Joe's behind someone else too. Joe just got Ocon. Ooh, Ocon's really struggling. Oh dear. Hamilton's ahead of Sainz. Okay. Oh, Daniel got Albon. Oh, was that Albon that was struggling? No, oh, that wasn't Ocon. Where'd Ocon go? Did he? Oh, he's dropped way back. Oh dear. Daniel's into 12th. Lewis gave Sainz a lot of room there. Max is... Yeah, you just got Sainz. Okay. Lando's kind of slowed down, speeding off, so I think he's conserving his tires now. He just wanted to get out of DRS range of the Ferrari. Oh, that's a lot. I think they're going to retire him. He's already at the back. Oh, oh my god. Daniel's losing ground to the Alfa Romeo now. Lewis has got Leclerc now. He's going to be tough to pass for Max, I think. Max is just biding his time, waiting for everyone's tires to go off, I think. Too bad for him. Qualified pretty well, but... That doesn't seem to matter as much anymore, though, because they've upped the number of engines you can use by one. Oh, he got an Oscar, too, so I'm surprised Oscar hasn't dropped off, because he's still 6th. Oh, boy. Alpine is in shambles. Oh, well. Oh, Lewis is taking some time out of Norris. Joe's in the pits already. Interesting. It's going early. Daniel's into 11th, so he'll have some free air now. Norris is thinking plan A. So probably 2-stop, but planning to pit on the lap. They think they're going to pit, I guess. Nope, Perez got Piastri. Uh-oh. What's happened to Oscar? Uh-oh.
Oscar, recharge on and no full pedal. We need big lifts. I'm afraid we've got to retire the car.
Uh-oh. Whatever happened with Ocon must have killed, whatever happened with Ocon must have killed his car. Daniel's into the points. Come on, Danny Rick. Oh, a lot of people are pitting now. So Joe undercut them. Yeah. Yeah, Max has to let him through, I think. See that? I want to see that pass again, see if he got forced off.
Leclerc thought about trying to defend down to the inside, but I think his reactions were a little bit late on that one, Martin.
Was he alongside him is the question. I think he was, so yeah. All right, 2-stop, pit window's open now. Ooh, Alonso's up to 11th.
Got fresh tires. He wants to try and get past Kevin Magnussen if he can.
Oh,
and that got very tasty, didn't it? A little bit rowdy up into turn 1.
That Williams is not great on the brakes. All right, now Sargent should have got him. As long as he doesn't break himself. Good one.
So it was damage to a radiator and a water leak.
Okay.
For Oscar Piastri.
Yeah.
Hamilton's catching him here, Martin.
Yeah.
You might have used him a bit too much at the start, I think. Here's the issue I'm seeing. I think their tires are going to go off. One of them's going to want to undercut the other. The other will pit the lap after, and then Verstappen will have clean air, overcut both of them, because he'll probably go long. I bet you Red Bull's going to go for 1-stop. They have the tire life to be able to, I think, and that's how Max is going to win. I don't think he's necessarily going to have to pass them on track. Hey, Bia! She's so cool. No further investigation for Verstappen and Leclerc. Okay. Perez hasn't been able to make any ground early. He's gotten stuck. Oh, Max is coming in. He's trying to undercut, I guess. Interesting. So they're going for a 2-stop then. Okay, Lando's boxing. Come on, McLaren. Do another quick one here. Okay. Quick one, come on. Not bad. It was a little bit slow. That was pretty good for Ferrari there. That was probably quicker, yeah. It was right up on Carlos. How did that happen? Oh, did Carlos pit? Oh yeah, Carlos pit. Okay. I was confused about that. So Verstappen's only 4 behind Norris now, so he did make up some ground there. And he's going to make up more ground because he's... Oh, Gasly's pitting too. Oh, Verstappen's right on Norris's ass now. And he's on the better tires too. Oh, Max is making up so much time on Norris right now. I think Daniel's going for he might be going for a 1-stop. We saw in Hungary he could take those tires for a while, so we'll see. They've got to do something different, I think.
So Verstappen now inside our pit window. No, man. I'm struggling out here.
They kind of threw away the win there. Hards. Oh, that was slow. Does Mercedes ever have a pit stop slower than 3 seconds, though? That's still something, like I've said this before, that's something I just don't get. Is Toto Wolff is so obsessed with optimizing literally every single thing, and yet he's never optimized the pit stops. Like, they've never been able to get it to the level that Red Bull and even McLaren now can do.
But I just have this little feeling in the back of my mind that Mercedes should have reacted a bit sooner.
I guess they're going for tire advantage at the end, but I just don't think that matters against a Red Bull. Maybe against the McLarens, but Norris is still ahead of Verstappen. Only by 2.6 seconds now, though, so yeah, I think Max is going to get him here soon. Oh, Lando's getting Russell now, though. Now is Charles going for a 1-stop, too? I've not heard a peep from Ferrari. Okay, Russell's boxing, so they're not doing it now. Unless... do a one stop from there. Oh, Daniel's pitting now. I think he's doing a one stop because he's pit exactly like half. Oh no, 33 laps. Yeah, I think he's doing a one stop then. Going on the hards here, I bet. Charles is the only one who hasn't pit, so he's definitely doing a one stop, I think. Lando's on his ass now.
As finally Leclerc pits.
Yeah, past Joe Guan Yu. That's Fernando Alonso up into the points.
Good job, Nando. Daniel hasn't really been able to... Oh, Stroll just got him. I think these hard tires have not been good for Daniel so far, but things should open up for him if everyone else ahead of him has to make another pit stop. But he's just kind of losing time at the moment. Oh, Sargent's ahead of Danny Rick now, too. I'm a little worried.
Here now comes Max
Oh,
Verstappen.
nope,
Just
not quite, I
pulls out
think.
from behind the gearbox of the McLaren.
That's the corner that, or the straight that Max will probably get him, though, I feel like, next lap. Uh-oh, Joe's dropping back. Uh-oh, does Joe have an issue? I feel like Daniel's tires are getting killed, too, because he's in so much dirty air right now. Oh, Joe's pitting. I think Max is going to get him here.
Going for it, he's going for it, he's having a look down the inside, is Max Verstappen, and he takes the lead of the race. And Lando Norris is going to try and fight him back a bit because he did go a touch deep, but on the inside line into the next corner, Verstappen will preserve that lead.
Okay. Now it all depends on if Max can get 23 seconds ahead, I think is the pit stop. I wonder if this is going to be a Norris versus Hamilton win. Because if Lewis has the advantage if he did try a one stop. Lando's got some like leaf or something on his like halo. Can't imagine that's... Oh, I guess he can't see that. It's ahead of his... It's above his head.
Mercedes and McLaren's plan is to get back on the medium.
Interesting, yeah.
An offset again with Red Bull.
Oh, Hamilton's really taking time out of Norris now.
I love this race. Every year we come here, and every year it keeps you guessing a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I like about Coda. It's very strategic. It's almost like it's a better version of Spain. Because Spain's always really strategic too. Alonso's gonna have to pit again. Stroll's probably gonna have to pit again. Yeah, Sargent's gonna pit again here soon, I think. Claire's on the one stop. Let's see. This is interesting. Sonoda's in 9th right now. He's doing pretty well. Is he doing 2-stop or 1-stop? Could be either. We'll see. I still think it could be anyone in the top 3 right now. This is really interesting. I haven't been talking much because there's like... It's an intriguing one. I think all 3 are going to have to do a 2-stop though now. Oh, Lando's pitting. But he's going on to medium, so he'll have the tire advantage. Good stop, McLaren. Way to be on it today. That should be 2.3 maybe? 2.0. Pretty good. Oh, he went on hards. Okay, I lied. Has Sonoda pit second time? I think he has. So it looks like a 1-stop and a 2-stop are like pretty equivalent at the moment.
And they are responding. So this lap from Lando Norris, where he's been pushing hard, is...
You don't want to kill your tires on your first lap, though, is the problem. Oh, it's a slow one!
So Norris had a 1.3 second advantage in the pit stop. He might actually get him here.
We'll see. I don't think so. I think Max is just... No. Alonso still has to pit. Stroll is probably also going to have to pit. Although Stroll's up by like 10 seconds on Yuki. I wonder if Hamilton's hanging on to see if there's a safety car or something. Charles is still on a 1-stop, I think. Perez is still going to have to pit again. Ugh, this is very interesting. Yeah, Daniel's not made up any ground on Yuki. I think Alonso's far enough ahead that when he pits again, you'll probably come out ahead of him. What's Gasly doing? He has to pit again too. Yeah, I don't think a 1-stop's going to be possible here. Yeah, I think Daniel's probably trying for the 1-stop, but I think all the traffic that he had at the start of his stint probably killed his tires, so I don't think that was the move. Sainz got Russell. Sainz is pit again. George is not. So Sainz is a full pit stop ahead of Russell. I think Max will get him here for sure. He's very close to him. Is Charles going to do a switchback though? Come on, Charles. Oh, no, he didn't have the grip to get a good exit. I wonder if Alonso's trying to go on softs at the end.
looks a tad vulnerable. That Ferrari has been passed into turn 12.
Good one, Lando. You look gross. Yuki's 11th. This all depends on what Alonso and Stroll do for Yuki and Daniel. I think Daniel's too far back from Yuki, though. His tires have not been holding on. I think they've committed to the one stop, though, so he can't really do too much now. No, it's too late now, and Albon's catching him, too. Yeah, I don't think the one stop was the move. Daniel's got Albon on his ass. And Albon's gonna get him on the straight, I think.
Daniel Ricciardo having to defend against Alex Albon, who's looking for
good switch back there, Alex.
and down the hill they come. Not their
Oh,
strongest
Yuki's in the
spot
points now
for
because Stroll had to stop.
Needs a good exit. DRS. He's looking to pick up on Lewis's left.
Leclerc has
tire.
quite
That'll flick off. That's not a problem, but
wiggly tires, but Ferrari has better straight line speed, I think. But yeah, I think Lewis has this, no problem. As long as he doesn't outbrake himself at the end of it. Yep. Oh, Alonso pit now. But he's on hards. Hulk's really gaining on Daniel.
What do you think about plan C or keep plan D?
Well, the plan C is ruining my race. Now better try. It's too late.
Yeah, so plan C was late to stop, but oh my god. It's like 1.8 seconds slower than Hamilton. Hulk's gonna get Daniel in the next straight, probably.
He's got no traffic around him. He's not had any back markers whatsoever, as we see AlphaTauri up against Haas.
How much faster is Lewis doing? Lewis is about the same as Verstappen, but he's about 4/10 faster than Lando. Yeah, I think Max has still got this, but I think Hamilton's probably going to get P2 and Norris will get P3. But it is closer. Oh dear, Sargent's got Daniel too. Ugh. One stop, yeah, not the move. But he's committed to it now. He can't really do anything about it.
Same pace as Hamilton.
Please, no talking and in the braking.
Understood, Max.
He's going faster than Verstappen now.
On course for a points finish, Yuki Tsunoda.
No, he's not, I don't think. I think Stroll's gonna get him. They obviously did the good thing there, Aston Martin, by starting from the pit lane. So Norris is about, oh, he's like almost 2 seconds slower now. Oh.
Very late movement.
Oh yeah, Yuki, that was a bit
It was,
sus.
I think.
Whoa, Lewis! 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 Lewis, 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 Lewis! Lewis! Oh my god, do not! Oh! Oh, Daniel had to pit late. Oh, jeez. Oh, shoot. Yeah, he's got screwed there. Just couldn't hang on.
Rear suspension failure for Alonso, who's been passed by his teammate.
Uh-oh.
Stroll under DRS. He wants to dive down the inside. Lando Norris covers it off. That was late. From Norris, he keeps the position.
Lewis is gonna get him, yeah.
Hamilton edges ahead, down into turn 2, up into second place.
Oh, he's got 5 seconds to max, though. That really slowed him down there.
This move from Lewis Hamilton into turn 1.
Oof. Somehow the one stop is somewhat worked out for Leclerc. Are they gonna let Sainz pie? How much later did Sainz pit then? Like a lap later than Lando, so I don't think there's gonna be any chance of getting onto the podium for them. Oh, there's a problem on the floor for Alonso. He must have run over some debris or something, but what debris? Is Daniel gonna go for a fastest lap? The softs from the back. Poor Daniel. Oh, you got sewered there. Poor Alonso. Oh dear. Lewis is going about 3/10 faster than Verstappen, but that's not going to be enough to catch him. He needs about a second a lap here.
I see Norris is low, no?
Yeah, 1 second lower than us. Cool.
Let's go.
Let's go.
So Lando probably cooked his tires at the start of this stint.
Penalty for track limits now for Alex.
Oh, Alex. I don't think it's going to matter, though. Hulk's far enough behind.
Here's the trouble, though. Charles Leclerc, without his teammate to protect
Yeah.
him, now has Sergio Perez right behind him.
Sergio just has so much more pace there. Well, yeah, Lewis is not going to get max. Yeah, they're still lapping about the same. Question now is, can Sainz catch Norris by the end? Norris. Honestly, I disagree with that. I think Stroll should get it. From pit lane to 9th? Like, that's pretty good. This has easily been his best race of the year, apart from maybe, like, Australia at the start of the year. Hamilton was a full second faster that lap.
Gap 3.6. No talking and the braking that.
I don't know. It sounds like he's like Fred Flintstone with his feet at the bottom, slowing it down.
Come on, Lewis. It's really dropping. What is happening with that Red Bull right now? What is happening right now? Don't wave it early. Come on, Lewis. Come on, Lewis. 1.6. Oh, but Max got DRS on the... Oh. Boo. Yeah. Wow, it was close, though. That was a good race. Wasn't much, like, chaos that happened, but...
Goes to Max Verstappen, and a
Good job, Max.
and a win in the United
But
States.
Lewis right there. That was interesting. Oh, is Russell gonna get Leclerc? Oh, no. Good one. So yeah, one stop was a mistake for Leclerc for sure. Tsunoda got points.
Trying to do the fastest lap and get another world championship point, and he's about to do that. Top 10.
Oh, Yuki had enough that he could stop for softs. Good one, Yuki. For the first time in 2023, Yuki scores more than 1 point in a race. There could be a lot of post-race track limit stuff, though, so we'll see. How much? Hamilton... Oh, he finished way more than 5 ahead of Norris, so even if he gets a penalty, it won't matter.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, Mercedes strategy and pit stops cost Mercedes a win there for sure. Whoa. Looks like Daniel had a huge piece of debris in his car, so that's probably why he was so slow on the hards. Because I am here to be a Daniel Ricciardo apologist.
To win my 50th Grand Prix here as well, so yeah, very proud of course, and yeah, we'll just...
If the Red Bull dominance continues, he could catch Lewis. Like, it's not out of the question.
First time we've ever had a race at Kota 1 from outside
Yeah.
the row.
Pierre finished P8. That's pretty good for them. Okay, turn up the volume here, please.
I was a bit scared of Carlos. Him in turn 1 in Austin, I'm just friends.
Pack are definitely homing in on. They can't just have it all their own way.
They are, and I think part of it is the engine reg, or the penalty for financial reg breaking, whatever that was called. I can't think of words right now. But I think that we're finally starting to see the impact of that because other teams are catching up and Red Bull have stopped developing this car. So I'm sure they'll still have an advantage on next year's car, but I think it'll be less than this year for sure. So how many races in a row has Lando had a podium now? Is that 4? Why are there so many Checo chants right now? Name a better duo than a Charles pole and a Max win. But yeah, when are we going to start talking about the fact that Mercedes' strategy is almost as bad as Red Bull's? Mercedes' strategy is almost as bad as Ferrari's. Like, Ferrari's was really bad today with Charles. But Mercedes pit Lewis 2 or 3 laps later than they should have because they were indecisive again. You have to be decisive. You have to, you just got to commit to one or the other. Like, you shouldn't question yourself. And that's what makes Red Bull so good. They just commit to their strategy. They don't care about anything else that's happening. Although they have the advantage of having the fastest car, which is what Mercedes had for the longest time. So they didn't really need to worry about everyone else, but I don't know. Oh my god, they're booing him. I don't like that. Did Max kiss the trophy? I missed it. Lando and Lewis got at each other. Yeah, Ferrari. I can understand why they might have thought that the one stop was a viable strategy. But you also have to think about the fact that you're Ferrari and you have terrible tire deck. So I don't think a one-stop is ever going to be a viable strategy for you, even though it might be for other teams. And then it wasn't for other teams either. Daniel had to stop, and it turns out Daniel had damage, which no one is talking about. He had a huge chunk of carbon fiber stuck in his front. Ugh. So Max, Lewis, Lando. And we got Carlos in 4th. Sergio in 5th. Charles in 6th. George in 7th. He had like no impact on the race today. Pierre in 8th. That was pretty good for him. Lance. Whoa. Lance only finished a 2nd behind Pierre after all that. And from the pit lane, his first point since the summer break. And then Yuki, 2 points. Alec. Oh, Logan. Good race from him. Nico, Valtteri, Joe, Kevin, and then Daniel with damage. And a strategy for him too with the 1-stop attempt. De Vries is still ahead of Daniel. Oh no. I just want Daniel to get into P20 for the engineer. Or to get points. Hopefully. I don't know. I think with a full race weekend, hopefully things will go better for him. McLaren is 7 points ahead of Aston now. Wow. My, how the turns have tabled. But another race without a safety car or a yellow flag. The drivers are too good now. We'll see how many track limit penalties there are. Alright. Yeah, an interesting race strategy-wise. And it was definitely tense until the end, which was nice. So I think definitely one of the best races of this year. I feel like there's the second half of this season has been way better than the first half, which is what I felt would happen with Red Bull's penalty, and then also just the fact that cars are closing up, and Red Bull hasn't really been developing this car that much this year just because it's been so much further ahead. So, okay, I'll go through all 10 teams. So Red Bull, obviously just flawless, strategy flawless, pit stops nearly flawless. They had one little irregular slow one, but their slow one was the same as a Mercedes quick one. So, yeah, Checo, yeah, still just can't really do much in that car. I think they must have gotten the setup a little bit wrong at this track because they should have dominated here, but it was a lot closer than we would have thought. So, yeah, Mercedes, George was just anonymous today. Lewis did really, really well. Lewis always does really well around Coda. I think Lewis probably could have won this race if they had pitted Lewis the lap after Max. And if they improve their pit stops, I don't understand why they have never been able to get good pit stops. It's always been a problem for them. I don't understand. Like, it does not make sense that Toto hasn't like tried to get the pit stops to be better. Like, it's always a problem for them. So yeah, a bit disappointing there, but yeah, a couple more laps and Lewis would have had him. So big what if there. Kind of feels the same as the what if for Aston Martin at Monaco earlier this year, where I think they just made one wrong strategy call. It could have won the race otherwise. McLaren, stronger result than I think they were expecting. I had Lando in second, so I'm a spot off for him. The hard tires weren't a good tire for them, and the fact that they went on it twice wasn't the best. But they did quite well for at least the first third of the race. So if Lando had qualified on yesterday the way he did today, like, he would have probably won the sprint, but I don't think the McLaren quite has the ability to win a full race distance yet. So we'll see how that goes for next year. Ferrari, another team to bottle strategy. Carlos had a pretty standard Carlos weekend. Charles, they should have put him on a 2-stop. Like, I can understand why they're splitting the strategy. Like, usually that is the thing to do in a situation like this where it's kind of marginal between the two, but on the Ferrari, it shouldn't be marginal. You should always lean towards the 2-stop if it's on the line, because just the tire drag on that car is so bad. So I don't know what they were thinking. So once again, another pole not converted that will reflect on Charles, but it's always Ferrari's fault, not Charles's fault. Ugh. Alpine, bad luck with Ocon and Piastri colliding, but Gasly had a decent weekend, so I think he finished, about as high as Alpine can finish without rain intervening. Aston Martin started from the pit lane, and unfortunately Alonso had issues, but I'm surprised that Lance managed to get into the points for his first points finish since the summer break. I think he probably needed that. He had been struggling for a long time, and so I'm happy for him there. And I think people just don't like Lance at all, because I think he probably deserved driver of the day today, honestly. Although he wouldn't have gotten points if Oscar and Ocon had finished the race. So, oh, and Alonso. Oh, yeah. So a little bit lucky there then. Yuki, happy for him to get fastest lap and a point. Daniel had damage. Don't forget it. He was not slow. He had damage. The Haas's were anonymous as per usual, so were the Alphas. And Williams, I didn't really see too much what was going on with them. I think they finished P11 and P12. So good result for Logan. He didn't have any incidents this weekend, which is probably what they need from him. And so hopefully, I'm hoping that he could get points by the end of the year. If they can get, if they can do well, and probably Las Vegas would be their best opportunity. I think if Daniel can get his qualifying sorted on the Grand Prix sprint day on the Friday, I think he might be able to get points as well, because Yuki has scored points. Although Yuki also would not have scored points if Oscar and Ocon had finished. So that's also kind of dependent on what happens in the race. So we'll see. But triple header, so we'll see what happens next weekend in Mexico. And I am worried for Max if he wins that race, because that crowd is going to be very one-sided in Checo's direction. So Red Bull had better hope that Checo finishes on the podium, because, yeah, I'm a little worried there. So yeah, see you all on, I guess, Saturday for the next race in Mexico. Bye!